If you want to learn how to be a great ADC, there's something that you can never forget to do. That something is kiting. It's fundamental to learn how to kite to be a high caliber ADC. It's one of the most important techniques to be able to differentiate between a good and bad ADC. Coming up, I'm going to teach you how to be a great kiter so you're able to destroy all your enemies. How many times have they told you, kite noob, you don't know how to play? How long have you been playing League of Legends and you still don't know how to do it? It's something necessary to improve your mechanics in League of Legends. And because of this, I want to teach you how to do it. So what is kiting? You might know kiting as basic attacking and moving backwards in an attempt to better position yourself and also DPS your enemy. And yes, that's true, that's basically what kiting is. But also, when you kite, you're able to add more basic attacks because you're able to cancel your auto attack animations. In the short run, that might not seem like a lot, but in the long run, that might be 4 or 5 or maybe even up to 6 more auto attacks that you're able to pull off in a team fight, which leads to more damage, of course. It's essential that you always kite. Always. I'm not even kidding. So that you're not easily targetable in a team fight. There's 2 essential things to be able to kite. One of them is attack speed, because the more attack speed you have, the more basic attacks you're going to be able to pull off. It also makes kiting easier. The second one is movement speed, because you'll be able to move faster, meaning that you will be able to position yourself better, not be caught during team fights and not die during team fights. Because of this, you need to take into considerations both attack speed and movement speed. Now that you know what kiting is, we're going to proceed on how to kite. There are 3 ways of kiting that I know of personally. The first one is this. What you must do is hit the enemy, then hit the map. Hit the enemy, then hit the map. Hit the enemy, then hit the map. It's very easy, believe me, but I really don't recommend this method. There are a few pros of doing this method. One of them is that it's very easy to focus. This means that you can either focus a low HP champion or someone that isn't strictly in front of you. This means that you can focus the ADC or the mid laner, and you don't always have to focus that tank, which is normally what's in front of you during a team fight. But a con of this is that you're able to very easily misclick and you'll go forward, and this is when they kill you. This is why I don't recommend it, because you can easily get positioned and you're right there, you get caught and you get killed. The second option I recommend much more than the previous one, and it's very efficient and useful when you learn how to do it correctly. Suppose an enemy is right here. If you hit the letter A on your keyboard, your champion range will come up. If you click anywhere inside your champion range, we will see that an orange arrow comes up. Normally it's a blue arrow that comes up. If you get close to an enemy, your champion will not move, meaning that whenever you do this technique anywhere near champion, your champion will never move forward. So what we must do when we're in range of an enemy champion is hit the letter A on your keyboard, then right click or your moving click. This is a very good way of kiting, and it's very easy. Try it yourself. You'll notice that it's very easy to do and very efficient. The advantage of this method is that you'll never misclick, meaning that you'll never be badly positioned in a team fight and you'll most likely never get caught. But the disadvantage of this method, for example, imagine there are 2 champions right here. If you want to focus this enemy, we're positioned right here. If we do this method using the A method, it will always focus the enemy that is closest to you, meaning that's very bad disadvantage for this method, because we're not going to be able to focus whichever champion we want. We'll have to focus a champion that is right in front of you. We can now go to the third option to see if this method is better for you. But before this, I want to show you that if you go to settings, then go to hotkeys and go to where it says player movement, here you'll see an option called player attack move. To change it and put in a different key or of your preference, if you want to put in a button on your mouse, it's very easy. You just have to click on the letter and then press a key or button that you want to change it to. This is very important so that this method fits your needs and your comfort. Okay guys, this is the third option, and in my opinion it's the one that I suggest the most because it's very good. In the first method, disadvantage was that you could easily mess up and misclick, and therefore the enemy would easily be able to kill you. In the second one, the disadvantage is that you weren't able to focus whichever champion you wanted. And now we have the third method. You still press A and it gives your champion range, but you can also click on the champion that you want to focus, meaning that we will focus the champion that we're clicking on. So what do we have to do? The same as the method before, but instead you select the enemy that you want to focus, meaning that if you want to focus the enemy, we click on the enemy and we move. Click on the enemy, then we move. Click on the enemy, then we move. It's a mixture between the first and second methods that I showed previously, but without having the ability to misclick. It's very important that you choose a method in which you're going to kite, for example. If it's an enemy that doesn't a lot of risk towards us, we can kite in a very short range, just like this, to be able to DPS the most efficiently. But if it's an enemy that poses a huge risk, for example Master Yi, who's very fast, it's not recommended to do that because he is easily going to be able to hit you because he's very fast and he'll reach you. So it's recommended that you make your kitings longer just like this, forcing him to move a lot. If it's an objective like a tower, baron, or dragon, you could choose the short range. Very important to incorporate your abilities as you kite. For example, with Vayne, it will be like this. Use your Q right after your basic attack so that you're able to cancel out your basic attack animation. It's very simple, guys. All this is easily done with practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Kiting is not something that you're easily going to be able to do from one day to another. So remember, have patience and you will eventually get it. Now I'll tell you about 3 champions that helped me learn how to kite and what I consider to be the easiest champions to kite with. Firstly, and the easiest champion to kite with is Callista. She's a great champion if you correctly learn how to play her. Her kite is easy and basic due to her passive because every time you auto attack it will make her jump, which will make kiting way easier. When used by a correct person, Callista basically becomes unkillable due to the fact she can dodge almost everything. And in low elo you will basically be unkillable, meaning that you'll be able to get to higher elo and move up the rank ladder quite easily. The second champion that helped me a lot on my road on learning how to kite is Vayne. At first, she may seem like a very complicated champion because she's very squishy and positioning yourself incorrectly, the team will be able to delete you. But when you start to dominate her with her ultimate and her Q, you'll be able to destroy teamfights and solo carry. She's very good and I highly recommend her. Usually, elo boosters choose Vayne to boost people because she's a champion that when played correctly can basically 1v9. Lastly, Caitlyn is the third champion that I recommend when learning how to kite. She's a champion with the third largest range in League of Legends, and because of this, with her abilities and huge range, you'll be able to position yourself correctly, and being far from the team fight, also dish out a lot of DPS securely without being caught out. She's a champion that deals a lot of damage, and because of this, she's a top choice when learning how to kite. These 3 champions are the best champions when learning how to kite. The goddesses of kiting. The best. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You would drastically help me out by leaving a thumbs up and a sub. Thank you so much and until next time.
Ahora te diré 3 campeones que a mí me sirvieron para aprender a quitear y que considero que son los más fáciles. El primero de ellos y el más fácil es Calista. Es una gran campeona si la aprendes a dominar. Su quiteo es sencillo debido a su pasiva, la cual cada vez que haces un básico hará que ella salte, lo cual te facilitará muchísimo el quiteo y podrás realizarlo con facilidad. Es una campeona que en buenas manos se vuelve prácticamente intocable y en elos bajos serás invencible, por lo cual subirás muy rápido. El segundo campeón que me sirvió muchísimo para aprender a quitear es Vayne. Es una DC complicada al principio, ya que no aguanta nada y un movimiento en falso te borran, pero cuando la empiezas a dominar con su Q y su ultimate, puedes hacer desastres si sabes quitear. Es muy buena, te la recomiendo 100%. Casi siempre los Elo Boss escogen a Vayne para subir otras cuentas debido a que es una muy buena campeona y que gracias a su quiteo puedes cargar las partidas muy fácilmente. Y por último en esta lista tengo a Caitlyn. Es la DC con mayor rango en el juego, o eso creo. Por lo cual con su kit de habilidades más ese rango podrás posicionarte bien y atacar a la vez de una forma muy segura. Y es una campeona que hace muchísimo daño también, por lo cual es una de las mejores opciones también que tienes que tomar en cuenta a la hora de aprender a quitear. Estas 3 son las mejores campeonas y las que te van a ayudar, las diosas del quiteo, las mejores. Bueno amigo, de verdad espero que te haya gustado el video. Me ayudarías muchísimo si me das tu buen like. Si eres nuevo por acá, te invito a suscribirte a esta bonita familia que poco a poco va creciendo. Ahora quiero mandarle un saludo y un muy fuerte abrazo a Henry Bermúdez, a Hanna García y a Juliano Arminio. Muchas gracias por su apoyo, chicos. Si tú quieres que te salude en mi próximo video, es muy fácil. Solamente debes acceder a mi página de Facebook, El LOL es Real, la cual te dejo en la descripción. Allí buscar el enlace de este video, compartirlo y mandarme una captura de que lo hiciste, y así te estaré saludando en mi próximo video. Si me quieres ayudar económicamente lo puedes hacer a través de mi cuenta de Patreon, la cual está en la descripción. Y de verdad chicos, espero que les haya gustado el video y hasta la próxima. Si te gustó el video, no olvides darle like y suscribirte. Por acá te dejo mis redes sociales y por acá un video que quizás no hayas visto. Hasta la próxima.